We have a 2v2 sent in by Konstantine of the Kronos clan. I think this may be an old replay, so I think he's in GoTW now. RLS clan is his ally, which no longer exists. I don't think Sugar Ray is the player. So he's going Armenia here. I think this is 15k CWB, judging by the cavalry count and the amount of infantry, which is low for infantry. So it looks like Selly's got 4 heavy chariots, and these are his skirmisher cav. 4 flags on each, I think. So not gold, that's probably silver, or gold attack, bronze defense. His main line consists of silver shield pike. Looks like 5 upgrades on those, not gold. So probably gold attack, silver defense, or something like that. Gold for his archers, I guess. He's got 6 of those, and these will be levies, I think. Probably silver. This one looks like it's got 5. So this one has 4, this one's got 5 flags. 1 cataphract, gold, housing his general. So 8 cav in total, which is CWB max. 2 HA, maybe gold 1 XP for those. His infantry are just the Armenian infantry, gold, and he's got his 6 standard archers. These are cataphracts, gold. Their opponents, Egypt is OTD Elk Hound, or COMT Elk Hound. I think that's the rank, the COMT. 8 cavalry max, that's 4 heavy chariots, and these are desert light cav with obviously the armor piercing axe attack. It's a little bit like a maiden. The charge bonus isn't as high as the maiden, and the defense, they're not as well armored as the maiden. Maidens kind of have like a medium level armor rating, I guess you could say, on the more towards the light side. These are gold Pharaoh's infantry, Pharaoh's guard, axemen at the back, that's maybe 5 flag. These are his 6 normal archers, which almost got caught there by the Armenian light cav. Normally people would bring chariot archers with Egypt just so you can get an effective skirmish army, because that's their most powerful asset. They're heavy chariots, which are very, very resistant and powerful. Instead he's decided to go for 4 light cav instead. So Pharaoh's guard have 5 flags. His ally is OTD Andre J. These are chariot archers, 4 flags on each, and heavy Pontic cav, maybe 5 flag or 6 flag. These are Cappadocians, which aren't cataphracts, don't have the mace attack, and I think maybe 1 less to defense. Only 4 flags on those, and then here's 6 normal archers. Only gold attack, which is interesting because you'd think Pontus would try and get this skirmish over Selly. So you think you'd want your archers to last. Got those 2 HA working. I think he's trying to shoot up the light cav. It's going to be hard to kill off those chariots because they're just so difficult to kill compared to, say, a Selly chariot. Obviously these ones don't run amok either, so I use shooting flaming ammunition at them. It's got his Pontic heavy cav on that right flank too to help with the skirmish. Looks like Egypt's taken some desert cav casualties here. and some archer casualties. That might have been his axeman. People often bring Pharaoh's bowmen as well to give their archer force the edge over the other factions, but it doesn't look like he has here. He's only brought the normal archers for Egypt. There's actually Arab Cav he has here as well for Armenia. So 2 HA, 2 Arab Cav. Those Arab Cav look like they're about gold. They won't beat the Desert Cavalry 1-for-1, obviously, because of the axe attack. Has to watch isolating that infantry unit there, especially with his general. If he group charges that, he should be able to rout that almost immediately. Which they're about to, or they're readying up a charge. Has to watch his chariot doesn't get nicked, which it just did and routed itself. So he's got Pontic heavy cab charging into the Armenian main line there. Managed to rout some archers though, which is going to give Egypt put the archer numbers back on Egypt's side. Routed those chariot archers. I think Celi's definitely won the archer battle on his side by a lot. That was due to the non-gold upgrades on those archers here, and he had gold attack, which means these guys wiped him out super fast. Puts the pressure back on Pontus obviously now, because he's got a flank to win or engage with his infantry soon. Those HA should be safe if he keeps them on skirmish. So they're going in for a closing in on Armenia. Looks like silly chariots against Egyptian chariots, plus he's got the desert axeman in there. Here comes a charge from the cataphracts. I think he's got his Cappadocian touching that Armenian phalanx here. He's got some of those phalanxes in a pit there. Should mean they'll get wiped out pretty quickly. Still archers left there. He should actually be running those archers forward, seeing if he can shoot up those silly chariots, getting them all running amok.
By the gods, your foolish general has got himself killed! How will your soldiers greet this news?
That's the Armenian general. Looks like there's more upgrades on the Celi side with the infantry, so the Seleucids should win that battle. Unless he's got these in loose, which means they're not going to be effective against a phalanx in tight formation. He's got the Armenian cataphracts routing here. Looks like the battle's on the Armenian side now. Got more archers and got better upgrades on the infantry, remaining infantry. Plus they've got one extra cataphract unit here, which they can easily use to rout this blob of infantry. What's he got in there? So he's got Armenian pike versus Pharaoh's guard. Obviously the Pharaoh's Guard will win that contest 1-for-1. It's going to have some archer support from these guys in a second. Wiped out the Pontic main line. Very bad idea keeping those in loose against phalanx. So routed those Armenian infantry.
The enemy general shows his value. He is filled only by a desire to save his own skin.
Haven't got enough infantry here to beat those upgraded Selly infantry, especially with this archer support. As soon as he runs them past, he's going to get shot up now. So archers pretty much win games in Rome Total War at this low money. Shooting up his own men here as well. Ideally, you want to use non-flaming in a situation like that because they've got better accuracy. You won't inflict your own casualties. I think he's trying to rout the Egyptian force because obviously it lowers morale more than a normal arrow. And yeah, a lot of people don't realise that they end up shooting up their own units. These HOs still have ammunition left as well, so the odds are not looking good for Egypt at this stage. The powerful rear light cannon strike there.
The enemy general flees like a frightened child. Now attack and break the will of his followers. Victory is yours, and no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
Good game. If you want to send a replay, use the Total War TV forum. You can send one in for any of the Total War games, including Shogun, Medieval, Rome Total War, or any of the expansions. However, I'm not that familiar with the expansions, so may not be as detailed commentary as the ones I'm familiar with. Good game.